Well, silly Billy me. I forgot to turn on the record button. So this will be after the meeting. And listen, thank you very much to Lynn for reminding me that I hadn't got the recording on. But it's my brother's responsibility to say, Jack, you're not recording. And also, my microphone was a little bit muffled at times, and that's this jobby. Where is it? There, that jobby, because sometimes it goes under there like that, and it gets muffled. But there we are. It's not muffled now, and thank you very much, and on with the show.
A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kinds of animals than you'd ever seen. They'd run around free while the earth was being born, but the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. There was
You're a
green.
naughty boy.
Sorry about that.
You are a naughty boy for not.
I keep telling you to put it on the list of things to do.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
I'm relying on. I have to do everything else, Con. I have to rely on you for something. You know, you keep talking, Con. Keep talking.
Well, anyway, I've kissed the Blarney Stone 3 times, would you believe? And the way you have to do it is you sit down with your back to the wall, and there's a hole in the wall, and you have to lower yourself down backwards, and so you're upside down, and then you kiss the Blarney Stone, which is built into the wall, and then you get back up again, and there you are for life. You've got the gift of the gab, as they say. And any Irishman, it talk the hind legs off a donkey. Well, it's Happy Mother's Day today, and it's our St. Patrick's Day special. So what's on the show this week? And I should be asking Dec how his week was, and I should be telling you about mine. And then there's old video diaries, which I'm looking forward to again. And then we'll be asking a question. Somebody can ask a question. If you can answer it, then you can get to chat to us. Well, we'll have a chat anyway. And then we're going to do the unicorn. Hooray! And then there's birthdays. What birthdays have we got today? And after that, we've got the our Irish medley, especially for St. Patrick's Day.
It's not an Irish medley, Con. It's an Irish mashup. You've got to get modern. You got to get today. Nobody says medley anymore. If it's Take That, or if it's Kanye West or Ariana Grande, it's a mashup. You've got to get modern, Con.
Well, here's our Irish mashup for St. Patrick's Day. And then we're going to do, to finish off, we're going to do our most requested song, which is Dirty Old Town. And there's lots of debates on what town it was written about, because I was told it was Southport, but somebody else said no, it's somewhere else. So God knows where it's about. Only the fella who wrote it knows. So there you go. So how was your week, Dec?
Well, my week was up and down.
Up and down, like yo-yo.
Yeah, up and down, because I was on a high, because I'd absolutely swept the board at 3 Toastmasters clubs with my fantastic speech about Toblerone, and it's terrific. And then I came to the next, it's really pretty high up, the area finals. And I went in and came second.
Big offer, Dec.
I came second, and wow. and then yesterday I was in another competition, which is called an evaluation competition. It's where I have to listen to a prepared speech, a 7-minute speech, and then I have to evaluate that speech. It's not a critique, really. It's an evaluation, which is softer than a critique. And then I have to give them ways forward, how to improve, etc., etc. And I have to speak for 3 minutes. It's an allotted 3 minutes on that. And there were 7 people in the competition. And guess where I came? I didn't come first. I didn't come second. I didn't come third. And they don't tell you anything else. I don't know where I came, but I certainly didn't win. And people say, "Oh, that's fantastic! You must have come somewhere and you were in this fantastic competition." No, 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 no! I'm the worst loser in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you, be the same. Be the worst loser in the world, because if you come second, you've lost.
No,
Come second, you're a loser.
yeah.
So I
You're
came
the first
second.
of the losers. Yeah.
No, yeah, I came second in the speech competition, so therefore I'm a loser. Dex a loser. Go on, Con.
Oh dear. Philip's just told me that apparently Dirty Old Town is about Salford.
It is about Salford. I was going to do. I always tell you the agenda is just telling people what's going to happen. And then we're going to talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Okay. Yeah. And I tell you what, I did promise, the chap asked me if we would do a special message for Jan and Les Hunt. It's their 70th wedding anniversary, would you believe, on the 17th of March. So not only will they be celebrating St. Patrick's Day, they'll be celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary.
So I suppose we better do something on happy 70th wedding anniversary to you. Happy 70th wedding anniversary to you. Happy 70th wedding anniversary, dear.
Jan and Les Hunt. Happy
70th anniversary
to
you and many more.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So, Con, shall we get on and see? I love these. Looking back to 2016, this is.
Yeah. Well, I didn't tell you about my week. I had my second jab as well this week, and I'd no side effects whatsoever. So I must be one of the lucky ones. So there you go. So now these diaries you're going to be showing me. It's about April 2016. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct. Shall we get going?
Yep, let's see it.
Okay, here we go. Now this is the amazing Layla with her brother Jude. And the amazing Victoria.
And I'm going.
And this is the three of them playing the piano. And Victoria is off to a gig. Where are you going?
Essex.
Essex.
Yes, to see my
future.
Yeah, the other half.
And there's Denny. Denny's just walked in. That lovely.
Take a picture. Yes. Jude. Of this artist.
Right. Okay. Fine. Leave it there for Daddy.
Here we are. In the Glusky household. Well, Ali's daddy. Ali's daddy, that's good. Layla's daddy. And me, of course. And I'm going to switch the lights on. We might be able to see better.
Yeah.
And there's a new cat. See the tiniest cat?
Yeah.
And his brother.
Sister.
It's a brother and a sister.
Brother and sister.
Half.
Half brothers. And they're Maine King.
Maine Coon. Half Maine Coon.
Maine Coon cross.
And they're going to be absolutely huge.
No, they're not. This one's a quarter Maine Coon.
Yeah.
And this one's half Maine Coon.
Oh,
they're not
I
gonna be
see.
massive.
I see. And they're going to be those enormous cats.
They're not going to be enormous.
I'm going to get a photograph and put it up beside
No, this
these
one,
cats.
he'll be a quarter enormous.
Yeah. And they've got Grandad here looking after them.
No, you're not.
Am I not going to look after them now?
Well, you might be.
I might be. And one of them has just blown off, and the stench is something else. Well, it's starting to go now. But I've never known that cats blow off.
Yeah, they've always
Well,
done
kittens do, I suppose. See, they've got a lovely home as well. Is
Yeah,
that
this-
their permanent home,
No,
yeah?
this is where she's just leaving.
Well, I didn't have one of them when I brought the cat once, our cat, well, one of the cats to the vet. He disappeared out of my arms. And that vet was about 7 miles away. About 3 weeks later, the cat turned up at home. Didn't need to go to the vet at home. Do you remember that? Dempsey, yeah.
Dempsey did, yeah, because somebody brought him back.
I don't know why we ever brought him to the vet in the first place. Now tell me about your new kittens.
Come on then.
Their names are?
Luna and Binks.
Binks. See, I know the names better
Yeah,
than
but
you.
I was going to say Bessie. Bessie. It's not
Bessie?
really Binks.
Zsa Zsa Binks.
Binks.
And Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood.
Luna.
Luna who?
Lovegood.
Lovegood.
She's from Harry Potter.
Do they speak any foreign languages at all?
No.
Not yet, no.
Speak cat
The girl
language.
is half Maine Coon.
The girl is half Maine Coon and half,
Maine
and
Coon.
the boy is a quarter Maine Coon.
They're the cats that are very tiny, aren't they?
No, they're the cats
They
that
grow
are like really big.
really big?
Yeah.
Really? Have I got the wrong
I
cat?
can show you one.
So here I am, in Eastbourne, a restaurant called Rosetta. And I have a story to tell. Jess Conrad rang me and said, would I meet him tonight? He did say tonight, in Eastbourne, because he wanted to go and see Peter Noon at the Congress Theatre. So I said I'd meet him at 6 o'clock. We go for a nice meal in a lovely Italian restaurant. And I came. I was here at 6 o'clock. No Jess. I looked at the advertisement for Peter Noon, Mersey Beats, Rhine Highland, Silver 60s show. It's next Tuesday, the 3rd of May. So here I am, deck, out on the Downs. I was supposed to be going to the Congress Theatre tonight with my good friend Jess Conrad. But unfortunately, just rung me to say Jess is doing an audition tomorrow for Benidorm. I look forward to seeing him on that. He's absolutely well suited for that. So I'm not going to the Congress tonight. And quietly I'm saying to myself, thank goodness, because I'm not a fan of all that 60s stuff. Although I was in the 60s, well, I think we did it better than most. But the guys who are on tour nowadays with these silver shows and golden shows and all that, they don't take it seriously enough for me. It's very old-fashioned, very old hat, the old tight black leather jeans and all that stuff. I don't like it. So there we are. So what I thought I'd do is just take you up the Downs with me. Up the Downs. Isn't that lovely, the way we say that? We're going to walk up the Downs. Just outside my house in Eastbourne. This is where I'm walking. There's a chap walking towards me, so I'll say a nice hello to him. But as we go along, I'll show you some nice bits and pieces. In the woods, I'll try and find a shack I built for the kids. It's in there somewhere, and I'll find it. Hello. This is the first bit I find. Isn't that lovely? I love that tree because you feel that you could almost live in that tree, couldn't you? You could go in underneath it and live there. Wouldn't that be lovely? You know, I think there's nothing nicer in life than just walking with nature. Going through the woods, going through the forests. I don't think I could live in a city again, really. This is rather lovely, isn't it? Dense. You got to pick your way very carefully. I can't find my treehouse at all, by the way. Show business has been desperately quiet for the start of this year. But thank goodness from next week, we're quite busy. It's lovely because Colin and I absolutely adore singing on stage. Let me just quietly spin around and show you exactly what's happening here. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely finger post there? Somebody knocked that down the other week, some idiot. And there's the sea, and this is where I'm walking. You can just see Eastbourne peeking around the corner. Isn't that delightful? In the distance over there you can see Bexhill, and then out on the other point it goes around to Hastings. Going the other way, which is over that mountain, is Beachy Head. And that walk all along the cliff edge, that will bring you all the way to Beachy Head. Absolutely stunning scene of very sad things. It's the most popular suicide spot in Britain, probably in the world. And it's almost a daily occurrence. People are up there, unfortunately, losing the will to live. Losing the will to live must be a dreadful affair, an affair that none of us want to be a part of. I feel desperately sad, but we hear the helicopters almost every day, and there's a chaplaincy, which is very nice, obviously funded by good people, and we see the chaplain station wagon going up there nearly every day. I think it goes up there every day anyway, just in case. Just in case. It's a lovely. There we are, Con.
Wow.
What did you think of that?
I thought it was wonderful.
I tell you, there's a few things that I feel people must look at that in my studio and think, my God, the number of computers. Yes, there are. And I have to work them all. I don't mind, it's lovely. I'll tell you the other thing, Layla, she was in Dubai when the recent serious lockdown happened. Now, Dubai was very COVID free. And then all of a sudden, they got these variants from Bolivia and from South Africa, all these strange variants, and it absolutely decimated the country. And Layla was out there at the time, so she actually couldn't get back. And of course, then they announced that the school was opening, so Louisa had to figure out some way. And the only way she could get back was Daniel, Louisa's fella, he had a friend who was flying back to Dublin from Dubai. So he took Layla to Dublin, yeah, and then Dublin, then Louisa thought that perhaps they would put her on, Aer Lingus would put Layla on, she's 13, put her on a plane back to Heathrow, but they wouldn't. They absolutely wouldn't. They refused point blank. So Louisa had to fly over to Dublin, and that's where she got me my lovely little Blarney Stone. Had to fly over to Dublin to pick her up. And she said it was crazy that the carry on, that they wouldn't allow anybody to touch Layla except her mother, who had to fly over. And then they separated them, and they pushed Layla, a 13-year-old, had to negotiate her way all through the airport to get on the plane on her own. When she got to Heathrow, she was pushed with all the strange people. Not strange, it's a horrible thing to say, strange. But as she says herself, she was put with all these Arab peoples, with the yashmaks and everything like this. And of course, she had a mask on. So and she's 5'2", which is nice. And she's 13, 5'2". And with this on, they thought she was a grown-up Arab. And she tells us she was treated despicably by the customs people and the immigration people. She said it was disgraceful the way they treated her, until they finally came to the piece of paperwork that said that she was from Eastbourne College School and she was being picked up by the school. And then they suddenly read, oh, you're only 13, and they couldn't apologize enough. But the point is, there is no excuse for treating people like that just because they look Arab and just because they're covered. I think that is disgusting, and they should be ashamed of themselves. It doesn't matter that they made a mistake and they didn't know she was 13. Con, I'm talking too much again. Talk, Con.
That's your high horse you're getting now.
Yeah, I'm on my high horse. Yeah, go on.
Oh dear. You do go on.
I do. I've got so much to say. I tell you what, I'm so lucky, Con. I lead a very exciting life. I'm blessed. Go on.
Yeah, better than me.
Well, people complain that you don't talk enough. Now I'm telling you, talk.
Well, there you go.
Talk.
So I think it's time to ask a question, and you can see everybody that's there. So are you going to ask some questions of people?
I am. You ask the first question, and I'll continue on, Con.
Okay, then my question is, what have you been binge watching on television lately? who's been binge watching any series or anything like that? Anybody going to hold their hand up and say, me?
Yeah, what have you been binge watching on television?
Well,
John, you look like you're a television person, John Leyland. Do you look like are you a television person? Do you binge watch?
Yes and no.
What have you been binge watching lately? And what would
Um,
you suggest that we should binge watch?
Well, nothing. My tastes are probably pretty bland to most people.
Eclectic.
Unfortunately, I've been watching a load of back episodes of Holby City. That's what's been filling my TV gaps. Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Well, you did ask.
Oh dear, oh dear. And there's me thinking he's going to say something like Bates Motel, which I've suddenly found Bates Motel, and
Oh, I've seen all those years ago.
yeah, but I don't watch television. I tell you, I work right through. I'm nuts. But lately I've found Bates Motel, and that's terrific. But listen, Kathy, I'm looking at you, Kathy, with the fantastic hat on you've got. That's terrific. What have you been binge watching lately?
I've been binge watching Your Honour. Have you heard of that? It is fantastic.
Do tell.
I think it's on Sky Atlantic, and it's about a judge whose son is involved in a hit and run, and he lies his way through for his son, and it's absolutely addictive.
I think I've seen one of them. I meant to see it. Margaret Taylor, you're new to us, Margaret, I think. Do you know how to unmute? And if you don't want to talk, just say pass, and we'll understand completely. But you've unmuted yourself now. Margaret, what do you think you binge watch, and what do you think we should binge watch?
Well, I've been watching, and you'll laugh when I say, the episodes of Dad's Army. Because when I was at college, they used to be filming Dad's Army through Thetford Chase, as and when I was going to college. And it reminded me of the days when I was studying to be a domestic science teacher, going through Thetford Chase all of the time.
That's lovely.
The guy who wrote that, Jimmy Perry, he was a friend of ours in the Water Rats. Lovely, lovely, lovely man, Jimmy Perry. Yeah.
So that's terrific. So now we've got some excellent ideas on what to binge watch, ladies and gentlemen. Margaret, if you'd just like to mute yourself, that would be terrific. That's wonderful. It makes it very clean for everybody else, and there's no interruptions. So, Con, what is next?
Well, what's next? Well, we're going to watch The Unicorn. This is one we did when we started doing these first. And we did The Unicorn, and it looks a bit antiquated now when you look at the way we're doing things nowadays. So anyway, here's The Unicorn. As soon as Deck presses the button.
Very much.
Very lovely.
So, Con, I believe we've got something to introduce now, haven't we? You singing live, because you got away with it last week. It wasn't the best of quality, but hopefully we've refined things, and probably we'll get better quality this time. So it's over to you, Con, to introduce it.
Well, we asked last week what everybody would like me to sing, and have you got your guitar there ready?
I have.
And everybody's here this song, which is called The Unicorn. And I shall just start singing it.
A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kinds of animals than you'd ever seen. They'd run around free while the earth was being born, but the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. Green alligators and long neck geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Now God build me a floating zoo. Take some of them green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, or choose your born. Don't you forget my unicorn. Noah was there, once in the cold. He finished up making the ark, just the rain started to fall. He marched in the animals two by two, and he called out as they went through. Hey Lord, I got your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn, I just can't see no unicorn. Well, the ark started moving, it drifted with the tide. Them unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried. Then the water came down and sort of floated them away. We got off for all the unicorns. Oh, tell you what, Dick, they're nearly as daft as we are. All together now, are you ready? Green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but choose your born. You're never gonna see no unicorn. And that's corn. Oh dear. Oh, that was lovely.
That was fantastic. And apologies for there is a delay. It's 3-4 milliseconds of a delay for anybody who's technically minded, and there is nothing you can do about it. And I don't mind the delay, do you? I don't.
It just shows you the quality of the.
Oh wait, now the applause, Con, the applause, the applause, the applause. How many people are throwing £50 notes? Somebody has just thrown a 10p. How dare you, Stephen Evans? You just threw a 5p. That's disgusting. And Margaret Taylor, look at that. Oh no, she's looking in her handbag now. She's going to send a check. That's what it is. So thank you very much, everybody. And look at those dolls that Lila's got. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. So that's lovely. Yeah, it is amazing how Zoom have got their act together. But they've got quite a distance to go to catch up with YouTube and Facebook, unfortunately. And I'm onto them all the time, trying to get them to improve. And as I say, they keep on changing these little rules and regulations without telling anybody like us. So it catches me out all the time, which I get a little bit embarrassed about. But anyway, there we are. So Con, what's next?
So now we have birthdays. I've got a birthday here. It's actually Margaret Simmons, and that, believe it or not, is my son's mother-in-law, because he is married to Rebecca, and that's her daughter. And anyway, it's Margaret Simmons' birthday today, and it's no, actually, it's on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is her, so on the 17th, and she is at Greg's at the moment. She's at Greg's house. I'm probably watching this. Hope they're watching this. Happy birthday, Margaret, for St. Patrick's Day.
So it's Margaret. Is a happy birthday to you, Margaret. Happy birthday to you, Margaret. Happy birthday, dear Margaret.
Happy birthday to you, and many more. Shall I do the blowing out the candles?
I can hear so. Oh, there we are. There we are. We've got you. We've got you. Okay, keep quiet, Con, while they speak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's saying thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome, Margaret.
The microphone's a million miles away, so you can't hear.
Oh, we can perfectly, Greg. Tell you now, we need Margaret to do a little bit of magic. If she could come maybe a tad closer to the camera, and then what I wanted to do is say 1, 2, 3, and then blow out the candle, please.
1, 2, 3.
Hop! then I messed it up because my assistant is supposed to do the magic. May I say, Greg and everybody there, we've never got that right once. But it's an amazing bit of magic, but we've never got it right once.
Oh, dear.
Well, that was lovely, and happy birthday. That's what, did we say happy birthday? We didn't come. We didn't sing it. And you got the name, yes?
Margaret, yeah.
Margaret, happy birthday to you. Margaret, happy birthday to you. Margaret, happy birthday,
dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you and many more.
That's beautiful.
Have a good one. Bye.
That's lovely. And now, Con, what are we doing next?
Well, don't forget as well, Jan and Les Hunt, who's they're celebrating the 70th wedding anniversary on the 17th as well. So you can all get together with Margaret, and she'll be celebrating her birthday, and you can be celebrating your 70th wedding anniversary. Wow. You know, if you'd killed one another, you would have been only 30 years. Oh dear. Anyway, so what's next? Right, after that, we got our Irish medley in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Con, I keep telling you, it's an Irish mashup.
Oh, I'm an Irish mashup.
Get modern. Get modern, Con. Okay. I keep telling you, get modern. I'll tell you a quick story. Yeah. Victoria decided that you'd get a top, and I do mean a top DJ producer, to do a track for her. And she paid him a lot of money, all organised through my son, her brother, Oliver. And of course they did all this behind my back, because I produce all her stuff, as you probably know. And do you know what I'm going to tell you now? They brought the track to me and said, "Daddy, can you repair this, please?" So I've spent a week working, repairing the work of, I won't say who it is because he would be so embarrassed if the word leaked out, and I've had to repair it, and I finished it last night, and I'm here to tell you it is sensational. Essentially. Well, there we are. That's where I got up to, in addition last week. But Con, go on, introduce.
We're going to have our Irish mashup now for St. Patrick's Day. And it makes it sound like you're making dinner or something, having a mash.
So listen, this is quite unusual because it's got a lot of new stuff in here, new techniques. It's all live. There's Con singing his guts out. And Con, may I say, you sang beautifully. I mean,
thank you.
Considering, 46 years of age, it's quite astonishing. And I didn't do too badly either. But this is all fresh, all new, and here we go.
Hey, let's see this. Looking forward to this.
1, 2, 3. In the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail from the fair cove of Cork. We were bound far away with the cargo of bricks for the fine city hall in New York. We'd an elegant craft, she was rigged fore and aft, and oh how the wild winds drove her. She stood several blasts, she had 27 masts, and they called her the Irish Rover. I've a nice little cot and a fair bit of land, and a house by the side of the sea. And I care about nobody, 'cause I believe that nobody cares about me. I'm fairly annoyed and I'm really destroyed by a lassie who lives in the town. She smiles every day as she passes my way. Do you want your lobby washed down? Do you want your lobby washed down, Conshine? Do you want your lobby washed down? She smiles every day as she passes my way. Do you want your lobby washed down? Do you want your lobby washed down? Conshine, do you want your lobby washed down? She smiles every day as she passes my way. Do you want your lobby washed down? Conshine!
The pale moon was rising above the green mountain. The sun, it was setting beneath the blue sea. As I walked with my love by the pure crystal fountain that stands in the beautiful vale of Tralee. She was lovely and fair, like a rose in the summer, yet it was not her beauty alone that won me. Oh no, 'twas the truth in her eyes ever dawning that made me love Mary, the rose of
And it's home, boys, home. Home I'd like to be, home for a while in me own country, where the oak and the ash and the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in me own country. There was an apprentice lived in Strawberry Lane, loved by his master and his mistress both the same, until the young sailor boy could sail o'er the sea, and that was the beginning of their misery. And it's home, boys, home. Home I'd like to be, home for a while in me own country, where the oak and the ash and the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in me own country. They're all a-growing greener in me own country.
I wandered today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the lovely old mill, Maggie, as we used to long ago. Well, the green grove has gone from the hills, Maggie, where once the daisy sprung, and the lovely old mill, sure it's still, Maggie, since you and I were young, since you and I were young.
You heard the fiddler flute from the town of Ballymug. The times are going hard for him, in fact the man was broke. So we just set out and noticed to his neighbours one and all as to how we liked the company that evening at the ball. When riding out he was careful
Bachelors suggested them that if they found a hat of his conveyed to the door, the more they put in, whenever he requested them, the better would the music be for battering the floor. With the tooth on the flute, twiddle on the fiddle, oh, hopping in the middle like a herding on the griddle, oh, hop down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Hadn't we the gaiety, it filled the Princess Ball. Little Mickey Mulligan got up to show them how,
And then the Witty Cafferty got up and took a bell.
why is that jockey peachy she as sure as you were born? If you'd only make the piper play, the hair was in the corn. They'll play it up with the best of his ability.
And the lady and the gentleman began to do their share.
Faith then, Mick, 'tis youth has agility. Begorra, Mrs. Cafferty, you're leaping like a hare. With the tooth on the flute and twiddle on the fiddle, oh, hopping in the middle like a herding on the griddle, oh, hop down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Hadn't we the gaiety, it filled the Princess Ball. With the tooth on the flute and a twiddle on the fiddle, oh, hopping in the middle like a herding on the griddle, oh, hop down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Oh, hadn't we the gaiety at fill the fluters? Oh, that's all.
Enjoy that Guinness you were
Oh, I
drinking.
tell you what, Con, I tell you what, and happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody! And let's see the applause. Look at
Wow.
that! That is
Fantastic.
astonishing. All the Irish people, look, they're all Irish today.
Everybody's got an Irish
Yeah,
grandmother.
Lynn, you got to change your name to Bridget. Bridget, today you're Bridget Hayes. And Linda, you are, what's it good? Brenda. Brenda, there's a lovely one. There's Brenda. And John Hutchinson, just for today, you are Patrick.
No,
Okay.
Sean.
Okay, sorry. And and John Leyland, you're Patrick. Okay, Patrick Leyland. And Graham, lovely to see you. That's terrific. So listen, do you want to? Sounds like I'm boasting when I say this, but that was, believe it or not, I think, and Philip may concur, that is the first time ever. That should be in the Guinness Book of Records, because that was Con in Elland, me in Eastbourne, and with full concert lighting on Zoom. To my mind, never been done before. That is the first time that's ever been done, and singing live as well, which was quite amazing. I don't know how I did it. Do you know, Con?
You're a wonderful day.
Do you know, I have to sleep with myself at night.
Well, I remember talking about sleeping with yourself. Yeah, I remember you saying the best way to keep slim is to stand naked in front of a mirror and say, "Would you go to bed with that?"
Do you know, that's the truth thing. I do an awful lot for Prince's Trust, and I have to speak to young people, young underprivileged people. And that's one thing I say, and I have to be very careful, you know, these days with PC and everything. And I say that seriously to anybody. I said, look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, would I go to bed with me? Yeah. It's a very serious question, very interesting question. There we are. That's me being stupid. Probably very on PC. So nobody complain, please. Listen, remember the age I am. I'm 56 now.
Yeah, plus VAT.
Yeah. So, Con, what are we up to now?
Well, next on the list is Dirty Old Town, which I've been told is Salford now. So where you and I thought it was maybe about Dublin, it's Salford. Somebody else told me it was Southport. Well,
I actually can't. When we recorded this originally on our Songs the Way We Sing 'Em album, I put it on the album. We put it on the album because I thought it was Liverpool.
Sounds Irish. Sounds Irish.
Keep talking. Go on.
It sounds Irish. and anyway, it's on our Irish album. So if anybody wants to have a listen to it, it's on, as I say, it's on the Irish album, and you can go on our website and click on the I don't know what page it is, but it's on there.
I'm just checking the time, Con. Have we got time to do it? Do you know, these shows were supposed to be a half an hour. They're designed for a half an hour. Look, we're now on 54 minutes.
Right. Okay.
But listen, does anybody want to hear a little old dirty old town? Of course. Of course you do. Everybody's nodding. And Con, here we go with this beautiful version of Little Dirty Old Town.
Dirty old town.
Dirty, dirty. Dirty,
dirty old town.
Dirty, dirty old town.
I met my love by the gasworks wall.
Dreamed a dream by the old canal.
I kissed a girl,
oh, kissed a girl
by the factory wall.
Factory wall.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
Clouds are drifting across the moon.
Hey, cats are prowling on their beat.
Springs a girl.
Oh, springs a girl
in the street at night.
In the street at night.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
I heard a siren from the docks.
Saw a train set the world on fire.
I smelled the spring.
Smelled the spring
on the smoky wind.
On the smoky wind.
Dirty old town.
Hey, dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
It's a dirty old town.
I'm gonna make me a good sharp axe.
It's of shining steel, and it's tempered in fire.
I'll chop you down like an old dead tree.
Like an old dead tree.
'Cause you're a dirty old town.
Dirty old town.
'Cause you're a dirty old town.
It's a dirty old town.
Dirty old town. Dirty old town.
Background pictures you did.
Very good. Let's see.
Wow. Look at that applause.
Audience. Let's see. Oh, Philip is applauding. My goodness me. Now listen, Philip. Now come on. Open your. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Catherine. You're not applauding. Oh, thank you very much. I just couldn't see you. That's all. And Linda, I love the rugby shirt. I love the Irish rugby shirt. That's great. Now, Philip, come on. What do you think of that guitar playing? Now, be honest. That wasn't Brian, man.
No words.
No words can describe.
Yeah, speechless.
You're speechless.
I've even put your Irish hat on in tribute to your guitar playing in the track.
That's the one I wear on stage. Oh, that's terrific. So Philip, what do you get up to this week? Anything exciting? Or?
Yeah, I've been videoing Conclusky from The Bachelors to put these videos together, doing all the lighting and the cameras.
It's an interesting thing. Some people might enjoy it. I think John Leyland will enjoy it, actually. But what technically, the camera, give us a rundown on what you've used.
Me?
Yeah, on your dad.
Okay. First challenge was the lighting because he wears glasses, so we had to get them all up in the air. And then the camera, it's as far as I know, Panasonic 4K video camera. I don't know any more details than that, but it's got good performance. It does the job.
Yeah.
Matches up nicely to yours.
Yeah, you do it subtly different to me because I'm down in Eastbourne, obviously. But you do all yours with one camera, so you have to do about 6 takes, don't you?
Yeah, but Dad's such a pro that it's like a carbon copy each time.
Do you know, I say that to your dad all the time. I mean, even when we're recording, it doesn't move a muscle. It doesn't change one word. It's a joy. And exactly the same when you're filming him. Although you do it 6 times from different angles, it's still absolutely precise each time.
Yeah, it's like it's ingrained.
Yeah, but I do it totally differently, Philip. I use normally, I have used up to 6 different cameras. I've used 5 Kodak, like instant, the Kodak Play Touch they're called, which are fantastic. I love them to bits. And then my main camera is a Nikon D3200. John Leyland was like that. It's okay. It's an okay camera, not as good as John's cameras, but that's very, very difficult to use. But I find it very difficult to use. Well, it's taken me a long time to master it, but that's what. And then that's the main thing. But those ones, the ones today, have been done. Hold your breath for this, because Gaga is doing it, and Ariana Grande and people like that. I use the Nikon for the main shots, but all the side shots, all the different ones, are done with, hold your breath, an iPhone and a Hawaii. Hawaii for one side and an iPhone SE for the other side. And you can't tell the difference. But you do a superb job, Philip, and really.
Thanks very much.
I always say to your dad, I wish I could get the quality that you get. It's good, but it all goes together well.
It's all learning, enjoying the journey.
Yeah. Okay. So back to your dad. So you mute up there, Philip.
Oh, there you go.
And then there's Con. And what are we doing now, Con?
Well, we're saying goodbye actually, because
we're saying goodbye, and somebody's just arrived at the meeting.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Is Margaret somebody? Yeah. Is it Margaret?
Yeah. Linda wants to say something.
Oh, Linda. Hayes. Linda Hayes. Yeah.
No.
Actually, it's Lynn that's been trying to speak to you for ages.
Oh, sorry.
Lynn.
I'm dreadfully sorry. I've only got 4.
Lynn has something important.
Okay. Just a second. Go on to gallery view, and I can see Lynn there. And if you just unmute yourself, Lynn, and then shout, you'll come onto the screen.
Right, well, I've got a special St. Patrick's Day cake, and I've got a leprechaun here called Kevin, who's got to light the candles for me to present to the screen. So, and I bought this cake in Tesco's. It's a Miss Molly's cake. I thought of your Aunt Molly, who used to like making cakes and pies.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
I doubt this will taste as nice as hers, but I hope it will taste good because it's a big cake and we haven't got a dog to give it to if we don't like it. And it only costs £3.49 in Tesco. So you're shopping in the wrong places, Deck, spending 700 odd pounds on your cake. You see all the decorations there.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
So if you sing a quick Irish happy birthday, St. Patrick's Day thing.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to us. Happy St. Patrick's Day to us.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to us. Happy St. Patrick's Day to us.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Magic.
Hey. I just saw Margie there. Hi, Margie. All the way from America.
How you doing? I can't hear you. What?
We're doing fine. Doing fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. You look great. You both look great.
Oh, thank you. So do you. You're looking wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I feel good too.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Lynn for that special cake.
That clock is for Con's benefit. That's for Con's benefit.
Yeah.
Because when we come to this show, he won't shut up.
I know, yeah. Well, there you go. Thanks, Lynn. That was fantastic. And all the best, Margie. Hope you're keeping well over there in America.
Thank you, Con. You also.
Yeah.
We'll get her done.
Oh, God bless. Bye. So anyway, we've got email. Anybody wants to email us to request any songs or anything for the show next week. And actually, Victoria and myself are going to have a go at When I Fall in Love, which we do sometimes on stage. And that's it's a cracking song. I'm looking forward to doing that with Victoria. So there you go. That's all for next week. And before we go,
that's going to be a first as well, because we will have Victoria probably from her house. So we've got Victoria from her house, and then you up in Elland. That's going to be quite an epic.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. So in the meantime, as we say goodbye, I'd like to wish Margaret Simmons a happy birthday, and Jan and Les Hunt a happy 70th wedding anniversary on the 17th of March. Do enjoy yourselves. Stay safe, everybody, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Any requests, just let us know, please. Yeah. So, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye from me in Eastbourne, and
goodbye from me in Elland in Yorkshire.
By the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream. By the old canal, I kissed a girl, kissed a girl. By the factory wall, dirty old town.